Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here. Another episode of Speaking My Mind, where I speak about pretty much anything that really comes to my mind. And it's just about coming up 10:15 in the morning here on a Monday. We are in spring now. However, it is still incredibly muddy. Don't mind me while I just make sure. I mean, I have got my boots on, as always. No. Someone's going to say in the chat, "You're not laced up properly." Yeah, I know. Thanks for pointing that out. Haven't tripped over yet. Probably will while I'm recording this. Yeah. You know what's really, really nice is whenever I walk these, and I don't always walk these recording, by the way, guys. You know, sometimes I don't record without music or anything, and I just literally just walk and just listen to the sound of tweeting birds and woodpeckers or whatever, making random noises in the trees. It's fascinating, and just listening to Mother Nature at its work, pretty much. But going away from Mother Nature, so I want to talk about a social media app that I've used for quite a long time, but I've never actually implemented it into my social media network that you guys know, and that is Twitch. So twitch.tv is a social media app for video gamers. At least that's what its original concept was. And the idea is obviously people would stream their video games on there for others to basically sit back and watch. And I can't quite put my finger on it when it was I started watching content on Twitch, but it's definitely one of my other places to go to watch content when I'm not interested in watching anything on YouTube. There's lots of games that I watch in particular. So this is kind of tied into the video game Speaking My Mind episodes in sorts. If you haven't already checked that out, might be worth checking out. So the app are now owned by Amazon. So obviously Amazon milk a lot of money out of it, and they do take quite a cut from streamers, my understanding is as well. I don't know the percentage off the top of my head, but it's a great place to go and watch video games without actually having to pay up front for it. However, it didn't have as many ads sort of thing plugged onto it than it used to be. Now it does. But obviously if you have a Amazon Prime account, you can link that to a certain Twitch streamer. If you enjoy watching, you can watch and you can automatically support that streamer and the work they do, which is kind of cool. So it's become a lot more than just video games, but that's basically what the gist of it when it first started out. And it's done remarkably successful for itself, Twitch. It really has. It's done some come a long way from when it first started out. I wasn't there when Twitch took off, but they really have made their space in the video game market. And not only have they done that, you know, the competitive video game scene, or shall we call esports, has really tied into it as well, because what it did was it gave a platform to competitive video games, you know, such as Call of Duty, for example. You know, those who play the multiplayer PvP and prizes and whatnot, prize pools that could be built up and whatnot. And now, in this day and age, people make a living off playing competitive video games. You know, some youngsters in certain parts of the world. For example, there's one young man. I think he's from Finland. Can't quite remember his name, but he's a competitive Age of Empires player, and he makes a living off being a competitive player. But not only that, obviously when there's no tournaments or whatever taking place, he can live stream his own Twitch stream, and obviously fans of his work, while he's grinding for the next preparing for the next tournament, whatever, he can stream it, and then people will obviously watch along and gift memberships, subscribe to him and whatnot. So, and this is a very young, I think he's a young man, he's like 21 or something, and he's basically making this all as a living for himself. Obviously that's just one example, and that's just Age of Empires. And obviously, like I said, there's obviously the Call of Duty franchise. There's loads and loads and loads of different video games now that have the competitions, and some, you know, it's a case of where they trend, it's where the trends go as well, where people move to. And so some obviously after a while they move on to another video game that could be of competitiveness and whatnot. But it's not obviously just about the esports. It's about somebody who likes video games and wants to make a living off it. Obviously you need to grind really hard, but making a living off being a video game player is a very, very challenging, just like pretty much what I'm doing is very, very challenging. You know, I think I mentioned this before, my brother has a YouTube channel, and he does video games, and it's a tough market to crack into, but he's managed over 12,000 subscribers, which is fantastic for him. But it's been several years. He's been doing it for several years, and he's not at the point where he's making a living anywhere near off it. No, he's still doing his full-time job and other stuff he's got going on in his life. So he doesn't pump out content like I do in any way, shape or form. But it's a tough competition to get into video games to make a living off it. But Twitch is one of the ways that people can access that. So Twitch has evolved since then as well. It's not just about the video games now. So as you guys know, there's one or two people that I've mentioned. I think No Justice is one. She does live streams on Twitch as well as YouTube. So she she has a community base there on the Twitch community. I think she has more viewers on the Twitch community than she does on YouTube. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But she obviously just covers news and politics. So it's completely nothing related to video games. But you know, it works for her. It's another platform, and that she's built up from scratch. And there's obviously other things have expanded on Twitch since then as well. Podcasts and all sorts have built up from Twitch. So it used to be just another app, but it really has connected to a lot of people. So this is where I'm going to come in. So I've done one or two streams with YouTube and Twitch, but nearly stepped in the mud. But what I plan on doing is how I put this. So I really want to do the same thing. I want to build a community in Twitch. So that means I need to continuously connect via Twitch TV to do that. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is not just live streaming on YouTube, but live streaming on Twitch as well. Dual streaming. I need to do some more work on the Twitch side of things in order for it to be looking to sort of this kind of standard, that kind of thing that is on my YouTube channel, in order to start building up a community there. It's another place where I can tap into another community, another build up of things, because obviously I've got something building on TikTok. As you guys know, I'm over 200 followers there and still going up as well. So that's what it is multi-connectional social media networking that I'm looking to build. And Twitch, and I'm not using the account that I normally use. I'm using a separate account to do it from as well, because it doesn't really make sense to use my old Twitch account for it. So I have a brand new Twitch account. So if you have Twitch yourself, give me a follow on there. That would be greatly appreciated. And when I live stream, if you watch along on the Twitch, that would be greatly appreciated as well. But let me know what you think of Twitch. If you haven't tried it, try it yourself. Let me know what you guys think of it, and share me your thoughts about the app and its positives and benefits, shall we say. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Like, share and subscribe as always, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.